Well, good evening, laddies, lasses, and lasses, and welcome to the click. You smell absolutely astounding today. And don't let anyone else lie to you and tell you otherwise. We all enjoy ourselves, a little bit of a drama fix, if you will. But it's also really nice to have drama at an arm's length distance so you don't have to get your dirty little paws even dirtier. And that is why we take to Reddit to read dramatic stories without getting involved ourselves. Welcome to r/AmIOverReacting, where the stories range between like, my god, my mother microwaved my cat because I didn't pick up my dishes, am I overreacting? To like, hey, I blew up my neighbor's garage because he said my mailbox was ugly. Did I overreact? It's absolutely amazing. There's no in between, and we are here to get into it. Baby, enjoy. Mwah. r/AmIOverReacting. Found out why my 19F boyfriend, 20M, walked out on dinner with my two dads. Okay, is he like just ragingly homophobic or something like that? Look, Blorb, I'll be honest. Whenever I imagined going to meet your parents, I imagined you had a black dad and an Asian mom. I never heard you talk about having two dads, and it was really disappointing. Really why do you care about like the shape and size or whatever of someone's parents? What? This is a weird opening. Where's this going?
What the f is that supposed to mean? Also, I did tell you. Maybe I didn't sit you down and sound out each word, but I know I called my appa he in front of you. Where is all of this coming from?
You never told me. I have no memory of you telling me, so it doesn't matter anyway. Wait, that feels a little bit too convenient, doesn't it? I forgot, so now it's your fault that I didn't have the information because I forgot. You can just use this in any argument. What a life hack.
If you didn't remember when I told you, then it's not my fault.
Look, this doesn't have to be a big deal. Do you know your birth mother?
What does she have to do with anything?
I want to meet her. Wait, why do you want to meet the birth mom? Why does this matter?
Why?
To see what you look like when you're older. Because now I have no idea if you're gonna be as attractive when you get to be in your 40s. So he wasn't actually homophobic at all. He just, for the life of him, needs to figure out if she is still gonna be a baddie in her 40s. Oh, yes, indeed. The true reasons why you would want to meet your partner's family. Not to, like, have nice family bonds or figure out who your potential grandparents are gonna be when you have kids or whatever. It's to, like, is the mama hottie still? I thought this was just gonna be some old-fashioned homophobia, but this is way funnier. I know Asians usually stay hot when they get older, but you never know. What the f*** is your problem? Did you hit your head on the plane right over? Oh my f***ing god, I can't, I'm sweating. Holy shit. I don't know why you're acting like this. It doesn't have to be a big f***ing deal, Jesus. Wouldn't you want to know if I was hot later? Is this in a dating strat? Hey, Dad, you better stay in f***ing shape, because when I bring home women, they need to see that I am gonna be a hottie when I'm 60. Alright, Dad, you better hit the gym. Chop chop, for my sake, I am about to get laid.
Actually, no, I don't give a shit what you look like, cause we're done. F*** off.
Lemao, I thought this was gonna be some homophobic rant, but he's disappointed he couldn't see your mom, lol. Deadass. I thought he was oh so traditional, but no, he wants to see your mom so he'll know how hot she'll be. I did not expect this. For the most part, I can expect where stories like this are going at this point because I've read a lot of like wacky internet stories in my days. But this one genuinely surprised me. This was a good laugh. Thank you, boyfriend. I need to know if you're gonna be hot when you're 60. Am I overreacting to break up with my boyfriend of 3 years over his reaction to my upcoming sobriety anniversary?
I'm thinking about getting myself a cake for December 12th.
Why?
2 years sober.
Yeah, but why would you need a cake?
Just to celebrate.
So you're celebrating doing the bare minimum? Lol.
It's something that took work and has been difficult for me.
But you still need my validation to buy yourself a cake? Honestly, I don't think this is someone you want to spend your life with. A proper partner should be able to be happy for you or support you even if it's regarding something they can't personally relate to. And getting over something like this is a huge deal and takes massive effort. You know, this kind of stuff is difficult. That's why it has a tendency to just ruin people's lives. To be this, like, blasé about it is absolutely insane.
No, I'm not looking for validation.
No, you shouldn't have to look for it. You should honestly get it. Oh my god.
I wanted to share with you since I thought you would be happy for me.
No, you wanted a pat on the back from me, and now you're pissed I didn't give it to you because I'm not going to act like you're a hero for doing the bare minimum. You were the one who chose to drink too much. Don't make it everyone's problem.
Don't make it everyone's problem, but isn't that exactly what they are doing? Like, getting help for something like this and staying sober for 2 years is being responsible and not putting that problem on anyone else, including yourself. You haven't had to do anything from the sounds of it. All you had to do was sit down with your partner and eat cake. What do you mean? Why are you talking to me like this? Are you having a bad day at work?
I am just being real with you. This is not something worth buying a cake over. Like, do not go around telling our friends about this because it will look bad.
Okay, never mind. Did you want to go to Blorp after work to see Blorp?
I am watching the game with Blorp.
Okay, I'll see you at home. Maybe Taylor will be there. Haha.
Oh, I hope not.
Oh my god, with boyfriends like this, who needs enemies? Am I right? Dump the man! He's a net negative to your life. If you're stuck with a partner who simply cannot be happy for you or puts you down when you celebrate your accomplishments, then it's not a partner you want to have. They're a net negative to your life, and I think after you break free from this person, you'll notice how much easier everything gets. Like, oh, you want to get a cake because you want to celebrate you've been sober for 2 years? No one is like on your case about it. You can just enjoy your cake with a couple of friends or family or whatever. You want to celebrate getting a new job? You don't have someone putting you down telling you that having a job is the bare minimum of adulting. It's like, you can just be happy that you've got a new job, you know? You do not need someone like this in your life, and especially not in a relationship. Am I overreacting to skip Thanksgiving after my mom basically said I'm an embarrassment for not having a husband and kids by now?
Sorry if this hurts your feelings, but it's time for some tough love. You made a big mistake when you broke off with Blorp. I know you didn't like what he did, but giving up over it was stupid.
Wait, what is it? What did he do?
Everyone else has a family. Your sister, your brother, cousins. Doesn't that make you feel embarrassed?
Your mom is a bully!
To be the only one without a family, doesn't it make you lonely? You're too old for roommates. It's time to grow up. Just my 2 cents. Don't shoot the messenger.
What do you mean? You're just being nasty.
Love you, sweaty. Just something to think about.
I am 35F and single for 3 years. I was engaged, but he, Charles, was doing weird, naughty roleplay with people on a video game, which was freaking disgusting. It really messed me up, and yes, I have been in therapy. I have dated since then, but nothing serious. I have never had my mom say something like this to me. I do not want to go to Thanksgiving after this. The way she said, "Don't shoot the messenger," it's clear the rest of the family has been talking about me and she was the one elected to say it. I mean, maybe. These kind of people also have a tendency to pretend that everyone else around them agrees with them and be like, oh my god, all the people are talking about this. But in fact, no one is really talking about this. They're just trying to lend credence to whatever BS they are spewing. So this can be like a little bit 50-50. Either the whole family is for the street, or the mother in question is pretending everyone agrees with her, so she has more backing behind her words, and she's also not singled out as the nasty one, because how can she be nasty when everyone agrees with her? Ooh, yay! It's just kind of bullying strategies, no matter which option, to be honest. I don't want to drive 2 hours just to sit with people who think I should have stayed in a relationship with a fucking cheating, degenerate little birch. Honestly, if you have anyone in your family you feel you get along with a little bit better, I would opt to calling them. I know it's not the most fun thing to do, but it's also not fun to potentially have someone that is manipulative and lying about other people's opinions ruin your relationship with more people than just your mother. It certainly is worth double checking, because sometimes manipulators are really good at turning like entire groups against each other like this. So I would personally double check, even though it is kind of a bother, just to be sure. Would I be overreacting for not going? Is that too much? I'm honestly too hurt and angry to be objective right now. Would you ever say this to your daughter? Like, I've had a good job, I'm educated, I have friends and hobbies, I own my condo and I have 3 car payments left. I have a cat. Why is the end all be all me having a husband and kids? I don't know, I am pissed. Help. Her 2 cents is why they're getting rid of pennies. Absolute banger lines. Yeah, I don't think you're overreacting. I would absolutely cancel plans if someone told this to me. But also double check with someone else in the family to make sure it's just not your mom being manipulative and like lying about them too, to give herself more weight in her words. so to say. Am I overreacting? A locksmith charged my partner's sister $5,390 to get back into her apartment. Okay, so here's the invoice. Emergency lock service, $350. That's sort of like a reasonable price. Drilling, $400. I can't even read that. $250. Something old to the not something, $250 more. Fix mechanism, $1,100. Remove old lock, $220. New motorite, what the f is that? $220. Fix frame. What do you mean fix frame? It's the lock, it has nothing to do with the frame. Door adjustment, $850. Fix hinges, I can assure you this motherfucker did not touch the hinges. Fresh installation, $400. Labor, also $400, so he's charged for the same thing like 15 times, not to mention the numbers themselves are also incredibly high. $5,390. And also, no signature. He didn't actually sign it. I wonder if you can just appeal this, because he didn't actually sign the invoice, so there's like no worker to claim this. Like, I wouldn't pay an invoice that isn't signed or whatever. That sounds like BS. He didn't even write his name on the top. Tech name is also blank. Yeah, this is giving me scam vibes. Like a person who's doing the lock changes might work for the lock company, but is handing out his own like bogus invoices to cash in the money himself. I would not be surprised if that's the case, because not writing your name on it is kind of like a dead giveaway that this doesn't feel legit at all. I would not pay this. I would appeal it. And if you paid it with, for example, a credit card or something like that, I would appeal it with the bank, you know, to like reverse the payment or whatever, because this is absolute bogus. And then I would call the company and complain, because chances are, if he's not even signing his invoices, I doubt the company themselves are behind this. That seems really fishy. This just sounds like someone who's working at the company who's trying to scam people in need when he's out on business. Am I overreacting for feeling upset after the groom made a comment about my dress at their wedding? So here are pictures of the dress. Looks like a pretty normal, like semi-summery dress, to be honest. Hi everyone, I'm trying to figure out if I'm overreacting or if this was actually rude or something I should bring up at some point. I, 25F, went to my really good friend's wedding. She did not have any official bridesmaid, but I was her only unofficial bridesmaid. I wore the dress in the photos and the only skin was my arms. So I guess my back, as the dress had an X cutout which was covered by my hair. The groom is religious and from a country near the Middle East, with more conservative cultural expectations around modesty and clothing. During the wedding, my friend told me, John, fake husband's name, leaned over and said, "It looks like me left half of her dress at home." She said it completely seriously, and she didn't defend me or say he was kidding. I know he was not joking because I know how he is and his standards for my friend. Sounds like an insufferable piece of work, to be honest. Nor did she say anything about my dress like it's pretty or good or fine. Other guests that attended were wearing long dresses without sleeves, short tight dresses, long tight dresses, etc. It wasn't a super conservative reception at all. Very informal and fun, drinking, partying, etc. I felt really insecure and sad after, and I'm just wondering why she would say this to me. There have been other times where she has said that he told her I only got my job, a really good job, because someone in the interview thought I was attractive. So it's not just this one thing, it's plenty. Ooh, I wonder if the husband is one of those like crappy conservative types that also low-key has a crush on his, in this case, wife's friend, and now he's feeling kind of like conflicted about it, so he's extra mean and weird about it, or telling her these things, you know, so she doesn't feel insecure. They sound insufferable. Both of them sound toxic, to be honest. Like, I'm getting really bad vibes from this. I'm getting the vibe that he's really conservative and controlling and weird, and I get the feeling that maybe she's jealous or he has a crush on her friends, like something weird like this. I'm getting really weird vibes. I would keep a far distance from this. This smells rancid. Am I overreacting? My boyfriend, 42M of 3 years, doesn't know my 35F's name. Wait, what? I'm updating my Blorp information. Please send me your current address and email, thanks. Blorp, Blorp. Full name, please, babe. You don't know my name? Babe, I did not know your middle name, or the spelling of your last name. But who would? Oh! Okay, I can see like a niche middle name flying under the radar, you know, if it doesn't come up in conversation or whatever. But not knowing the spelling of the last name? Like, don't you already have her in contact books or like social media or like whatever? Or, you know, you just talk about it, or that seems weird after 3 years. I don't understand how it wouldn't have come up for 3 years. Is it a complicated last name? Not knowing your middle name is less offensive, but last name is wild. Not common, but not complicated. I think it's pretty easy to spell phonetically. We also pretty frequently message on Messenger, where my first and last name is visible. But then he also has the name. What do you mean? Like, not knowing a middle name, for example, or like which order the middle names come in if there's multiple or whatever, totally fine. That doesn't matter so much, okay? Middle names can easily slip by if they're not used that often. But like, your last name? And you already have it in like one of the contacts that you actively talk on? Oh my god. Oh my god, that's so dumb. Am I overreacting to this? My friend confessed his love to me while drunk. Is he serious? Dude, what's up?
I gotta tell you something, man. Listen, you gotta listen to me. Listen.
Okay, say it.
You're hot, like sexy.
Oh, I know, I'm so hot.
You got nice, feminine hips. You like a girl, but in gear form.
What the frick are you saying, Lamau? You're drunk, brother.
No. I am not.
You are.
I'm speaking from your heart. This is authentic. You are not appreciating my effort, I feel.
Okay, well, what is this? I was doing something.
You should marry him. We could be the cutest gays at the dance. Imagine that, dude. Imagine.
Are you actually gay? I'm so confused right now.
It's awesome. You should try it. It's a good idea.
Well, I'm gonna go. See ya.
I love you too.
The smooth like, alright, see you later. I love you too. Just
squeezing that in there. Smooth.
Hey!
Thanks for the love of my silly little picture. After the guy said listen for the third time, I was like, who does this guy think he is? Navi? I mean, this sounds complicated or whatever, but also like confessing your love to your platonic friend when you're wasted and can't even type properly. That's pretty embarrassing. Man, that's gonna sting when he wakes up, huh? Am I overreacting to my estranged husband's text?
How are you doing? 4 months. That's all it took for you to forget about me. Sorry for hurting you. That was never my intention with our relationship.
My 24F husband, 29M, left about 4 months ago. We had only been married a month and a half. Okay, then it's not a super long marriage to grieve. You have been broken up for longer than you were married. Almost 3 times as long, to be more exact. We both contributed to the end of the marriage, but to make a very long story short, my biggest concerns included him not helping out around the house. I bought literally everything in the house, down to the toilet paper and all of the furniture. Spending a lot of time away from home with his friends riding dirt bikes and him claiming he's the man of the house and knows more about life than me because he's a few years older. There is a lot more behind each of those, but that's the bird's eye view. After separation, he played games and was a no-show 3 times when we were trying to swap remaining personal items. I had to get a sheriff's deputy to go with me to pick up my stuff, and he won't accept any responsibility for our separation. Sounds like a man-child who regressed to being a teenager once he locked down a girlfriend because he felt like he had his mom at home back again. That sounds incredibly cursed. I have been no contact with him for almost 2 months. That's longer than you were married. But he sent me a ton of messages since we separated 4 months ago, and that seems like he's trying to get me to argue with him or go into a long conversation. He texted me the attached text today. I am too tired to fight with him. I want to throw it in his face that I am the one who fought for us to work out our issues. Honestly, at this point, block him everywhere, move on with your life. He's obviously a miserable man-child, and if he steps up the harassment or like goes past the point where you can't block things, then report him and work on a restraining order. Just getting the letter like sent to your place that you're like, you've been reported for harassment, that usually scares most people off and shows that you're meaning business. But the first step would just be blocking him on everything, especially if you already exchanged personal items, there are no kids or anything in the picture. You can just move on. You don't have to deal with this shit.
Am I overreacting by getting upset that my husband told me to lose weight while being 32 weeks pregnant?
So I guess here's the graph of the weight. They weighed like 70 or something and now they weigh like 80 something. Seems pretty normal for carrying a literal second human.
I am currently 32 weeks, 8 months pregnant with my second baby. My starting weight was 69 kilos, and I am 80 kilos right now. My husband looked at my weight track in my Garmin app and compared to predicted pregnancy weight on a graph, image attached. He said I'm weighing too much and should lose 2 kilos.
you know that it's like weight of the baby, but also like hormones and like a ton of water weight and that kind of stuff, right? Who in the right mind complains about plus minus 2 kilograms with their 8-month pregnant wife? Especially when it's not your first rodeo. That just makes it worse. It's bad enough to begin with. I got upset, told him he was being mean to me and left the room to cry. He said I was overreacting. Sounds like he's having some of those pregnancy hormones, to be honest. Goddamn. This was not the first time he commented on my weight or how much I eat during this pregnancy. Background info. I got massive by the end of my first pregnancy and I was diagnosed with polohydramnios, too much amniotic fluid, only after the midwives broke my... Oh wait, it cuts off? Okay, that's a bit weird, but anyway, it's really strange that your husband is complaining about plus minus 2 kilograms, especially when this is kind of a track record, and especially when you're 8 months pregnant. Like, come on, man. Jesus fucking Christ. Honestly, I would take him with me to like a doctor's meeting or something like that and just shame him in front of the doctor. Like, oh yeah, by the way, my husband was really concerned that I weighed 2 kilograms more than the expected graph. And then just let the doctor dig into that and you don't have to do any more talking. That would be kind of satisfying because he's gonna feel like a moron. Am I overreacting for wanting to cut this friend off for falsely accusing me of self-harm? That's really weird. Scars, no! They're not scars. I drew flowers. No. They're scars, I can tell. I was absolutely horrified, dear. What made you do this? Why are you self-harming? With blade. You drew flowers with blade. They're literally not. What the fuck? Did you bled? Not flowers, right? I'm not continuing this conversation further. I'm sorry, dear, but what happened? You can share with me, please. Why do they talk like this? Why do they talk like a crossing between like a 14-year-old, an old Facebook mom, and like a scammer? It's like a really weird speech pattern. They're flowers that I drew with henna, not scars. Don't assume I'm self-harming myself. You're being so rude to me. Isn't there any way I can help to stop you from harming yourself? It didn't look that way. I am not being rude. I'm negating your false accusations, which is hella insensitive. What's with the blood red color? Is that blood clotting? Recent, doubting? What? No, I'm not accusing, dear. I just care about you. I thought I deserved to know the truth. Does this person actually talk like this? Are they trolling? Or are they really this dense? They sound insufferable to speak with. Why are you friends with this person? I can feel myself losing brain cells just reading this. I pray the wound heals soon. I just hate to see you suffer. That's what I mean. The speech pattern is like a 14-year-old crossed with a scammer crossed with a Facebook grandma. It's so weird. And here are the pictures, which is like, yeah, just drawings. It's not scarring or whatever. It's like, it's pretty obvious this isn't scarring. It doesn't have like the protruding elements of it, and it certainly isn't fresh wounds. And not overreacting. I had a guy do something similar to me once. He would analyze my pictures and swear he saw bruises or marks he claimed were from some kind of abuse that I refused to admit. He kept saying he deserved to hear the truth because he was just concerned for me and cared and wanted to help, etc. In the end, he had some sort of obsession with the idea of rescuing troubled women. So he really was trying to force his imaginary narrative. It was very uncomfortable and I had to block him. Oh god, that's insane. I'm really sorry I had to encounter a man like that. And that sounds pretty bonkers, trying to force an abuse story to someone so you can be like the knight in shining armor. 28? Would have thought he's 15. He's 28? And he talks like this? Are you serious? What even is the thought process here? You're self-harming and creating pretty flowers pictures on your legs with the blade? And also, I don't know, I don't have a lot of experience with blades and skin or whatever, but creating these sort of patterns feels incredibly difficult to do with like a blade or whatever. Not to get into details or whatever, but this is pretty obviously like made with a pencil, with like the finesse and the fine lines and whatever, you know? I thought 65 plus and a woman, dear, pray the wound heal, cross between a scammer and a Facebook boomer. Yeah, and a small child. That's what I said. Their speech pattern is crazy. Yeah, no, you're not overreacting. I would certainly cut off someone like this. Like, and not taking your word for it either. It's like, no, I haven't hurt myself. And they're like, oh, you don't have to lie to me. You're poor. Just cut him off. That's such a weirdo. Oh my god. Or maybe they're obsessed with the fact that other people are like victims to either prey on it or to fulfill some kind of rescuer fantasy. So this person seems like someone who's probably very nice to not talk to any further. Am I overreacting? I just ended a 4-month relationship because of what he's doing for his friend. Nah, we went to beg his girlfriend. He was on Tinder and got caught. Wait, why are you tagging along with your bro to like try to beg his girlfriend to keep him despite him having a dating app? What is that? I am taking the blame that I created the account. Oh, so you're helping your friend cheat, and you're low-key bragging about that to your own girl as well. Yeah, I can see why this would be a deal breaker. It certainly would be for me. This sounds insane. Don't ever lie to me like that. Hey, I'm too lazy to lie. You just said you lied. One text earlier, when you said you lied that you were the one who made the account. But now you're saying you're too lazy to lie. And you also went over to like your friend's girl's house to beg her to take him back and lied about that you were the one who made the profile. But you're also too lazy to lie? What the f is this consistency? Don't bring that friend around me either. I don't like that. Wait, what? Chill? Lie anyways, it's just life. I've been lied to and cheated on a lot. What the fuck? Nah, I'm not coming tonight. Wait, what? What the frick did I do? I wasn't the one who cheated. You're helping him. Yeah, and you're also lying. You're actively lying, showing that you don't think cheating is a good idea. Number one, you're fine with your friends cheating. Number two, you will actively help them to cheat. You will run to their girls to beg to take them back while you're lying about them not being cheaters. And then you're also saying, I've been cheated on a lot in the past. I don't really care. It doesn't seem like a big deal. I would never be together with a person who says stuff like this. If you think cheating is such like a small deal, what's saying that you're not gonna cheat on me in the near future? Or haven't already, and your friend is now covering for you because they owe you, or whatever the fuck. So it's like, nah, the company you keep, and etc, etc. You have never lied for a friend? No, never. I mean, small stuff. It's like, you know, their parents call and be like, are you doing homework? And you're like, yeah, sure, we're doing homework, when in reality you're playing video games. Like, yeah, sure. Probably lied on the behalf of friends, but not regarding stuff like this. Even growing up, you didn't cover up for a friend like one time? Helping someone lie about cheating makes you feel freaking sick. So you preferred I lied about what's going on? What do you mean? You're literally keeping a girl in a bad situation. He loves her. You don't cheat on people you love. His cheating ass? He didn't frick no one. He created the account when he was drunk. We literally drove here with gifts and singing outside her crib. He didn't like frick someone else. That sounds like BS to me, but I don't know your friend. All of this makes me question your normalization of cheating and crossing boundaries with a relationship. I want to trust you, but this is another thing that makes me hesitant. I'm not saying it's okay to cheat and lie. You're just covering for it. Your actions are saying it is okay. Like, what would be the purpose of creating a dating profile if not to cheat in this case? And then you're also covering for it and trying to like downplay what it actually is. Like, Jesus Christ, dude, you are saying it's okay to cheat with your actions and attitude. Even if you don't know poo about me, you should know I'm too lazy to do all that. But you just did. You just did all of this, but for a friend, which would mean that you're definitely not too lazy to do this for yourself. I wouldn't like to be cheated on. I have been through it and know how it feels, you know. But you just said it wasn't a big deal like 3 texts ago. What do you... Man, this man does not know the word consistency. Oh my god. It sounds like you're trying to excuse the poopy drunk behavior because it's your friend. Sorry, I need to think. What the actual f***? You don't have boys as friends, cause yeah, it's a f***ed up thing, but I was trying to put you on how crazy boys are. Literally trying to gossip. I have plenty of male and female friends. I have never done anything like this, and I don't think anyone else in my friend circles have either. This is just shitty company. This isn't like boys being boys. This is just trashy friend groups. It's messed up, but it's definitely fun talking to someone about crazy stuffs, and they don't label you for it. I don't keep shitty guys as friends, and I call them on their poo. Ha! That's too much judging, what the f- If I was like that, you think I won't like pretend and keep freaking you or something? We called him out, but it already happened, now we gotta fix it. What do you mean you called him out? Didn't you help him lie about the profile for his girl? How on earth is that calling him out? Calling him out would be to say like, bro, you messed up. You better tell your girl about this, or I will. That is actually holding him accountable and calling him out. Covering for him so the girl has to spend more time with a cheater isn't calling him out. Are you serious? My R word is this free right now because his friend took his side. Just understand where I am coming from. What the actual f***? What do you want me to do? Scold the grown-ass man? Yes. We did though. We said it's f***ed up. How are you hoping I'll react to you telling me this? This is me trying to gossip with you. You'd be like, yeah, that's f***ed up, I like be the same. Okay, if you were trying to gossip, you would tell your girl, holy shit, my friend downloaded a dating app despite being in a relationship and now he's trying to repair it. You don't run and cover for said friend. You let them own they're shit. Okay? And also, I'm not so sure I would be super excited in keeping someone around that, like, treated people like that in general, to be honest. If you want to have dating apps and, like, be around and be free, so to say, don't be in a relationship. It really is that easy. Am I overreacting? I am 90% sure my girlfriend is cheating with my best friend. Yo, what's going on here? Are you with Blorp? I'm assuming Blorp is the GF in this situation. You guys have the same location on Snap. Where are y'all at?
Hey, bruh, she's here. She's busy, though.
What?
I said she's busy right now. All jokes, bruh, it's a meme.
This is your best friend? Not only does he talk like he has a room temperature IQ in Celsius, by the way, he's also kind of like joking about the fact that your girlfriend is busy when she's with him and insinuating stuff. How on earth is this your best friend? Where are you guys? Why is she not answering her phone?
Man, chill, I'm getting good. We asked her favorite food place, help.
What the fuck is your problem? Where exactly are you? Did you turn your location off?
Just kidding, she doesn't want to talk to you right now though. Holy, stop calling. If you want to just say that. I'll give you the addy or nah.
What? Oh my god. I mean the insinuated cheating and stuff is bad enough, but I feel I would just lose brain cells sharing the same air at this person. Holy shit. This is insufferable. This is your best friend? The fuck? Who knows what they're actually doing, but he's deliberately messing with you, and not in a funny way. Yeah, it's insinuating stuff, and then also turning off locations, that kind of stuff, not being straightforward with it. Like, it's really, really weird. Just imagine the situation. Imagine, like, my friend's wife comes and knocks on my door, and then my friend calls me like, hey, have you seen her? Like, she's here, but she doesn't want to talk to you right now, you know. She's busy, you know, wink emoji, eggplant emoji, splashing emoji. Like, but I would expect him to come beat my ass, okay?
And now, we are gonna do the spicy thing and sort the subreddits by controversial.
Oh, this is always a disaster. Am I overreacting? Someone asked me to make their wedding dress. Hi, I would like to ask if you're interested in doing my dress for me. Let me know if you would do me the honor. Hi, Blorp. I feel very flattered that you've considered me, but I have to say no, as I don't really sew for other people and definitely don't feel confident sewing a wedding dress. I thought your daughter was going to sew it. Yes, she did, but she let me down last minute. I will send you a picture and then you can change your mind. So here's a picture of the wedding dress. I got the material that I would like to use for it already. We could do it together. Let me know either way. Thank you. Oh, that's very beautiful. I'm very sorry to let you down, but it's just not something I can take on at the moment. I understand. Thank you. This seems incredibly undramatic, and here's a picture of the dress. And here's the context text, I guess. I go to a local knit and natter club, and one of the ladies recently got engaged. Last group meeting, we talked about her arrangements, and she mentioned her daughter was going to be sewing her dress. Another lady piped up saying, well, you know you have OP here if your daughter has a hard time making your dress. I have sewn a fair bit in the past, which they know, but nothing wedding dress level, so I laughed it off, saying, oh, my sister, who's much better seamstress, could maybe help, but I wouldn't really know what to do. Later that day, she messaged me with the conversation above, and I was absolutely gobsmacked. Why? I'm still fuming about it. Why? I don't have the skills, inclination, time, or even a sewing machine to make a freaking wedding dress. Okay, but then just tell her that. That's fine. She's a very nice lady, so I do feel a bit guilty for not offering to help, but mostly I'm reconsidering my attendance in the group. Am I overreacting? Yes? Please don't delete this post. It's nice to see a you're overreacting after all these my husband ran me over with a car, am I overreacting? Or my boyfriend of 3 months can't stop sleeping with other girls, am I overreacting? I won't. It's been a lovely reality check for me. I love your attitude, so gracious. Oh, it's a happy ending. It's someone like genuinely overreacting, taking it the wrong way, but then also taking the feedback of it and be like, yeah, maybe I was overreacting. Maybe I was being grumpy for no reason. You know, they weren't actually being presumptuous. They were just asking and you don't have the means to do it, so you decline, which is perfectly fine. This is like the least dramatic am I overreacting post yet, with an actual kind of happy ending. Am I overreacting that I am disturbed finding out my dad watches adult films of young women the same age as me? Oh, this is, that's a title I didn't think I was gonna read today. Holy shit. Okay. So much for like the wholesome resolutions. Oh, good family drama, baby. I caught my dad's adult addiction because I was on his computer doing homework when I realized what sites I was seeing pop up as I was using the search bar. What do you mean caught your dad's addiction? Like you just saw like history in the search bar, which I guess isn't very smooth on his part, but like the hub or something. That doesn't seem very, you know, unusual or whatever. Adults be adulting. I then went into his search history.
You dug further? No, for your own mental health's sake, why would you do, why?
And found out that he watches adult films every single day. And also, not in incognito mode. He's a very novice gooner. Even when everyone is home. Mind you, his computer is at a desk, not in a closed-off room. The problem is, in the past, he had a addiction to this where my stepmom had to ban it on the Wi-Fi to prevent it getting worse. Okay, before we keep going, I'm just gonna give my 2 cents so far, right? Number one, if I saw this on a family member's computer, I would just pretend I didn't see it, okay? Minus the instances like if it's something straight up illegal, you know, or they're like cheating or whatever. But if it's just this kind of stuff, not my relationship, not my marriage, not my fucking problem, okay? This isn't a conversation I would want. Number two, do you really want to bring this up and put it upon yourself to be responsible for your dad's adult film consumption? Number three, self-inserting yourself into it and assuming it's about you is probably not doing you or him any favors. Being a gooner isn't the same thing as being a predator to your own family, okay? Like that is a massive leap, okay? I would say their marriage, their problem. You don't have to dig deeper than that. It's fine, leave it. Now the bad part is that it's been years since, and they have also 4 kids, including me, so it's obvious to assume that he's doing this behind our back because of his past struggles. I mean, are you sure? Do you really want to go to, like, your parents with the potential of, like, your mom or stepmom or whatever it was in this case responding like, yeah, we like to go in together on Friday evenings? You know, is that really the conversation you want to risk having with your fucking parents? I don't think so. I'm going to tell my stepmom about this, also because in one of the tabs I saw that he pays for a subscription fee on some site, I guess, like a chatting site. So with that concern, I started looking through at more of the tabs.
Why would you do this to yourself? Why would you do... No!
And started to go through the names of the site he watches, and most of them were in their early 20s, but one was 19. I'm extremely uncomfortable with this, considering that I just turned 20 and my sister is 21. Okay, I don't think self-inserting you and your sister into this is healthy or a good assumption to do in the first place. If I were a betting man, okay, I would say that he probably watched this stuff 20 years ago. He watches it now, and he's gonna watch it in 20 years from now as well. And whether or not it affects his relationship with your stepmom, that is for them and their fucking marriage counselor to figure out, okay? I am not gonna go and confront my parents about their adult film consumption, okay? Holy why would you even put it on yourself to, like, go through their history like this? What the shit? My dad has never done anything to make me feel unsafe, but even though I know it's common for older men to be into younger women, I feel like this is disgusting since he has young daughters and makes the situation even worse. So am I overreacting by feeling disturbed after finding this out and that it might be detrimental to his marriage? You are not responsible for your parents' marriage. You are not responsible for your dad's adult film habits. This is between them, their marriage, their relationship, or their, like, counselor, or whatever. Okay, or maybe they have talked about it, or maybe they're at a point in a relationship where, like, the bedroom is dead, they're both fine with it, and they're together for the kids, and then they'll move apart. Who the f*** knows? Who the f*** knows? But I do know that I wouldn't want to be the one who, like, confronts them about it. Holy shit, no! No! Ooh, the comments are a war zone. This is great. I think it's disturbing you researched your dad's history once it popped up. Close and move on. And disturbing, you know, he has a naughty addiction that caused marital problems with your stepmom. I call BS on this whole post. He told me about the problem because I got caught lying on a dating site when I was 15. Yeah, it's weird he told me, but that was just his lesson to me. I don't even know. Yes and no, it's an unusual preference to gravitate exclusively to that range, but hardly means he's attracted to your sister or yourself. I'm sure he isn't, however I just don't understand how he could watch such a thing and not feel gross knowing it's literally the same age as his daughters, you know? Like, wouldn't there be some sense of shame in that? Just stop digging in people's... Oh my god. Oh my... Some things you just don't want to... Oh my god, no. No! I think it's weirder that you're making it about you at all. You're allowed to feel however you feel. If it were me, I would be freaked out. Oh my god, Reddit and this kind of stuff, man. People either deal with, like, a black or white thing, don't they? Am I overreacting? One of my work colleagues just had the audacity to tell me I am wrong to hang toilet paper in the over position. How wrong can a person be? Over, under. Over position is the correct one. How else is it supposed to work? Then you can, like, hold it and, like, rip it. The back one is garbage. And also, sometimes you have that little stopper that comes out on top. So the front one is obviously superior. Sue me in the comments
If I have to use the toilet paper outside of my house, say at a family or friend's house, and I find the toilet paper at the under position, I will take it upon myself to correct their mistake then and there. That's where the controversial thing comes from. That's where the downvotes come from. Ah, now I get it. Who goes to someone else's house and I just stirp toilet paper? I know how I like it myself. I don't think I would correct it at someone else's house. Okay, that's what, now it's a bit overboard. By hanging it correctly in the over position, that isn't overreacting, is it? My work colleague insists it is, and also insisting that the under position is correct. Just hang it in the up position when you're home. But for God's sake, don't change it in other people's houses. I would assume you wouldn't be happy that other people I don't know, moved your toilet paper around in your house. That's weird. The post was fine until that part. That's where the downvotes come from. That's why it's controversial, I guess. Oh, Reddit. You have done it again. Well, that was a bit of a doozy to end it on, wasn't it? Well, you little beautiful beans, I do hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed having you here, and I hope to see you in the very near future. Take care.